Let's go to the UK now, where young workers are fleeing Labor's high-tax Britain, with under 35s leading a near-record exodus from the country. 110,000 British people aged 16 to 34 emigrated in the year to June, accounting for two-thirds of all departing Britons. Joining me now is News Corp Europe correspondent and Sky News contributor Sophie Elsworth. Sophie, nice to see you. The UK is just too expensive, clearly, under the Keir Starmer Labor government.
Great to be with you, Danica. Yes, that does seem to be the case because as we have seen those numbers out yesterday here in the UK show a huge amount of young Britons leaving the country. It's very expensive, the cost of living here, as we often hear in the media. And there's other issues like the national insurance rates have gone up. Also, Danica, there's concern about the minimum wage rise here that was announced by the government, which, while it might be a good thing for young Britons, it also results in fewer jobs, they're saying in the commentary here, because it's a burden on employers. So there's many moving parts here that have made it less desirable for young Britons to live here. So as a result, they're fleeing, and many, Danica, are coming to Australia.
Yeah, well, look, I'm not surprised, but I just wonder, are we heading in the same direction? Because it's certainly we're certainly taxed very highly here too. Now, you have got a fantastic exclusive today. You've spoken with British journalist Andy Webb about the scandalous cover-up by the BBC, of course, after disgraced reporter Martin Bashir's infamous interview with Princess Diana 30 years ago. Here's what he told you.
Do you think, Andy, Princess Diana may be here today if it wasn't for what happened?
Yes, of course. If Bashir hadn't have done what Bashir did, things would have been very, very different. Of course they would.
Sophie, that's a huge revelation. What more can you tell us?
This was a fascinating interview, Danica, that's on all the News Corp websites and in the papers tomorrow. I suggest people read it. Andy Webb has worked on this story with the BBC, this scandalous interview that was obtained by Martin Bashir. He's worked on this for over 20 years, and he told me yesterday when I interviewed him at his home in West London that she could well be here, and she'd very likely be here today if this disastrous interview didn't happen. And that being because, Danica, she failed to trust all the people closest to her and around her. And as a result, she got rid of them. She got rid of her private secretary, she got rid of her chauffeur, and it had a ripple effect around the people around her, which led her to being in that fateful crash in Paris, many years ago in 1997. So fascinating interview with Andy Webb. He's just written a book about the scandals surrounding the BBC.
Yeah, look, this is fascinating, and I'd implore our viewers, please, go and check this out in News Corp papers. It really, really is quite a revelation. Before we let you go, royal author and historian Andrew Lowney has claimed that Jeffrey Epstein made plans to hire a hitman to kill Andrew Mountbatten Windsor and Sarah Ferguson. Why?
Well, Danica, this is another bombshell revelation here in the British press, because Andrew Lowney, who's just written the book on the Duke of York and the House of York, has said that basically Jeffrey Epstein was so concerned with the information that Andrew Mountbatten Windsor and Sarah Ferguson had on him that he spoke with a hitman to have them both killed because he was fearing what information they would divulge on him. And this was obviously prior to his death in 2019. So another scandal here for the royal family. This issue with Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, despite him now being disgraced, is not going away for the royal family, Danica.
No, and especially when there's calls for him to face US Congress over what he knew about the convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein. Really, really fascinating stories, Sophie Elsworth. Appreciate you joining us live from London this morning. Thank you very much.